Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I am of course Shadow Marshal and welcome back to the South Coast playthrough. We are sat down here at the junction for the Falmouth branch as we watch I think that's the 28X84. No, correction, that's a 43XX. We watch this 43XX traversing over the lines in order to traverse onto the branch line, head on down towards Falmouth. As you can see, it's not the same. It's not the same train as the other freights. That's right. I have gotten in the meantime between episodes. I've done a whole lot of work to this lovely little Great Western part of the line that we've got. Falmouth Docks now has 3 freight services running in and out of it. One of which being this fish and meat service for Exeter, and I beg my own pardon. It is a 28, but I don't think it's a 28XX. No, it's a 2800. It's not the 84. So that's on a mixed. I think I've mixed that one. Oh, yes. So I've got like several 43XXs. There's a random black 5. There's a 52XX and a 42XX. That's on this line as well. And here's one of the fabled 2884s coming up the hill from Falmouth itself with a line of crude. Also traversing the line are plenty of tanks with cattle trains. Because I thought, you know what? I want to have not just fish being brought into Falmouth, but also cows and cattle for the whole for food. So that's what we've got. That long run has actually increased our fuel efficiency. It has also yeah, we're getting in a whole lot of stuff. I mean, there's 1,000 units of fuel waiting to be transported. Lots of fish, lots of cows, lots of cows. There is 800 cows waiting for the slaughterhouse. We've even put in a little Great Western shed down here at Churro. So Churro has a shed. It's not quite got a yard. I mean, it's got a small yard, but it has a form of yard. And yeah, as you can see, busy. I have increased the capacity. Has been some of the lines have slightly been changed. The capacity is increased. I don't think we've not got any trains down here in Plymouth, in Penzance, which makes me feel like. Right, those are the things that are passing each other. So where is the nearest? That's the nearest passenger train, and that's still heading southbound. So that means there is traffic. And I see where the traffic is. And it is exactly where I thought it was going to be. It is the fact that the fleets are holding up our passenger services. A little annoying, don't get me wrong, but we did expect this, to be fair. Sorry, just responding to a DM. Because people are messaging me. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's changed down this end. I have done some other work to increase efficiency. And that work being the junction here at Newton Abbot. We have now made it a little bit better and a little bit more efficient. The whole branch line locos were messing the flow up with the main line. So we have now got a little bi-directional line for the branch line trains up to Heathfield. So that has been addressed. You're welcome. I think, to be honest, I've also added in like a little slip line there for the freights to go straight into the yard from Dawlish Station, so they go straight into the yard at Newton Abbot. On top of that, we've also done some changes to St David's, mainly because, again, one of my own decisions was causing issues. So the whole thing with Exeter was the fact that the freight trains were causing many issues. They still cause issues. Don't get me wrong, but they cause less issues now than when they did before. Now the issues with the freight, they just arrive at times and they really quiet. Here, as it holds up to the services, being a Plymouth and a Paynton service. We've got a 43XX travelling with a heavy load, fully laden train heading up towards the Exeter yard. As you can now see, we've got a proper line with all of the requirements. I mean, you've got. We basically changed Exeter to St David's design 100%. Platforms, I think so platforms 3 and 4 are for the Exeter St David's. There's London Waterloo, so Exeter St David's. They can turn around there. 5 and 6 are for the southbound services heading towards Paynton and Penzance. 7 and 8 off the northbounds, or for example, all of the services heading to the north as well as London Paddington, and then you've got bay platforms 10, 9, 10, 11, and 12 for the various branch line services that run in and out, as well as platform 1 as well for another branch line. So this here is a lot better of a system. And as you can see, trains are moving in somewhat organised fashion. Over on this side, I have put in a gantry, mainly because there was nowhere for the amount of junctions, slip tracks that I had to put in. There was no way I was going to be able to get in signals at the end of this platform. So I just put gantry it. That's going to be the easiest way of doing it. So yeah, we've got trains moving as two expresses to cross each other with Dove and Bell, Blue Star, and Royal Mail. Yeah, they're passing one of the awkward 39XXs as waiting for a line as the 43XX pulls into the bay platform. So, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Well, we're not gonna be this end of the map. No. We're going all the way to we're going all the way up to London. Because the quote unquote the country line that I created, the Dorset line that runs Basingstoke up to currently Reading. Not Basingstoke, but to Reading. That's causing an issue at the moment. And that issue is it gets to Reading and it turns around and comes back and clogs up the line with all the other stuff. That's not helpful. So what we're gonna do is instead of me going, we're gonna do the Paddington. We're gonna do the Paddington Throat. So Paddington all the way out, Slough to Reading. We ain't doing that today. That's next episode. Today we're doing Reading to Banbury because I thought, you know what, we kind of need to do it because otherwise we're gonna have so many issues. So with that said, let's get sorted out. You said dying. Ugh. The temperature's cooled down. I can feel a cold coming, which is really bad. It was really, really hot last week. The temperature's hitting 40s at some points. My body does not regulate temperature correctly in the slightest. So I always have issues with temperatures, which is fun. So my body is going to hate me next week. Well, this week and next week when the temperature is cool. But that's enough about me. Let's sort out the lines northbound. So we've got Didcot, we've got Oxford, and we've got Banbury. Now, the line up towards Didcot is technically a 4-track because the Great Western Main goes up towards Didcot, then swings off towards Swindon, and then Bristol, Bath, Chippenham, Bath, Bristol, that kind of direction. But you've also got like another 4-track main line that goes Newbury, Chippenham, maybe Chippenham, Westbury. I'll have to look it up, but I have to take that into account. So, Didcot, you're going to be an 8-platform station. Because we need to accommodate the main line going northbound and also the main line going westbound. So, and I'm definitely going to have a slow. You're going to have a slow train as well as the fast services to Banbury. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Oxford next, get their station in here. Oxford, and then to Banbury. No, game, we're not going to have Banbury Station in the middle of a road. No. We don't do that. We don't do that around here. Come on. So we'll do that one to there, and then what we're then going to do is we're going to go back to... I'm going to go to here, and I'm going to put a station there. So that's going to be the north, basically. The north. Northern portal. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have turnaround stations for the cross countries. So they're not going to turn around on Banbury. They're going to turn around elsewhere. They're going to leave Banbury and terminate elsewhere. Because realism. Realism. What speed are we having in the main line? Well, first of all, before I do the whole junction here, because I'm going to have to redo that junction. This junction here is going to have to be redone. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm already shuddering at the fact that I'm going to have to redo that. So, first things first. We're going to do a straight line. I'm going to make that a cutting. You're 125. Oh. You're going to be 125. And then you're 75. Right. So let's get these first things first. We're going to have... Actually, by about here, we're going to have tracks start going up. So that we're... It's trying to build a bridge. I didn't like that. Stop trying to build a bridge. No. No bridge for you. Not yet, at least. We're going to do one now, because we're going to cross the river. We're going to do... Can I do one of these and it look nice? No. Can I do one of those and it look nice? I can. We may have to get rid of a road. We're going to have to get rid of a road. It's having a go at me because I've deleted the main connection. Don't worry. We're gonna bring it back. It's not going away forever. It's just while I put in these tracks. There we go. Bit like that. And then I don't like the fact that it slows down. I did not mean to do that. There we go. I mean, it slows down to 104 for that literal second. Does that slow down to 104? No. Good. Keep the speed up. That's what I want to hear. I want you to keep the speed up. I don't want you to slow down. Right, now I gotta do a wide curve. So first of all, we're gonna get rid of that. About there. Because if I zoom back in, yeah, there we go. 125. It slows to 103, but it's still fast. That's what I'm liking. Game's having a panic attack because I can't figure out what I'm trying to do. Now, trying to turn trains around here at Banbury is going to be interesting because I've got to try and figure out how I'm going to do that without it causing too much issues. The only way I can think about doing it is by increasing the station capacity again. Doing a 6 platform. 6 platform. And the middle platforms are going to be the cross countries. Yeah, middle platforms cross country. At 75. There we go. That's going to be 125. That one's going to be 125. And then that one needs to become across here. Yeah, a bit like that. It's gonna be a weird junction, but at the same time, I think that's what we're gonna have to do. There we go, and then that one in. If anything, the stopping services can utilize that those platforms closest, cross country in the middle, and then the expresses that stop at Banbury can sit on the faster in and out tracks. So we're going to do that way then. Right. We're going to quickly get those situated on like ways to get in and out. There we go. And then the signals are going to be here on that side of the crossing. Do, 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 and do. One way for that one. There we go. Now we want to do the cross-country services that go onwards to the north, which is another 125 speed. There we go. Nice and simple. Nice and simple. And then we'll bring the crossover to like 55. Yeah, a bit like that. Want a somewhat fast crossover. Oh, apart from the fact that doesn't want to do it. Come on. Really? Right, back to it. Just answering a question in the background. Transport Fever was having none of it there, which is really helpful. Transport Fever, everybody loves you, really. Excellent. Right. Let's go do the bit that I'm dreading. The whole Didcot Parkway Junction that I don't want to do. Right. So. I'm now reckoning the station I've got for Reading is not big enough. That's what I'm thinking at least now. No, it's not. It really isn't, and I hate it. I hate that fact that I've just realised that it's not big enough. Alright, let's make that go. Just make sure none of those tracks are connected. I'll also do the other end as well. Excellent. Right. There's a lot of station building now. This is gonna be the big project of the day. Fucking Reading. We'll increase the size of Reading Station. Probably go another 2 in both directions. Reading. I need... nice. I need tracks. Actually, we'll go with platforms. That way I can then get those in. 1 second. Sorry about that. Conversations with a colleague about something that happened at work today. I needed my side of events, which I'm more than happy to do. Oh, God. God help me. Wrong one. There we go. Well, no, this is what I want. So, that's fine. We're going to have this track and this track. That's fine. Probably to about there. And then drag that all the way down. Right. And then... bonk, 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 bonk. I should have done this off camera. I was looking at it before starting recording, going, I'm gonna have to change Reading, and Reading's annoying. I've got to make sure I've got enough space for the services that are terminating, which is the Somerset and Dorset plus the. I've got to make sure. Oh yeah, hang on. Let's throw an extra track in on this side for the Great Western stopping services, and then I've now got to put in feckin'. These cargo buildings don't want to work, by the way, which is really annoying because I actually wanted to use them. There we go. And then fill in the rest of the track over on this side. We're probably not gonna get trains running, extra trains running on this one, which is fine because all I want to get is make sure that I can get the Somerset and Dorset's working. That's my main priority for this one. Right, you know what? Feck it. That's fine. Tracks. I'm going to have to bring that line. Oh, I've done goofed. There we go. Right. Let's bring that to there. Bring that to there, and then I've got to do that. Bring that down to over here. Bring that up and over. Fucking that tunnel being there is a nightmare. That needs to come up to there. Right. And then I just need to... Okay, that needs to go as well. There we go. Right. No, not there. So signal there, signal there, signal there, signal there. Excellent. Right. We're going to quickly also... There we go. Right. Drag that to there. That one to that side, and that gets the Southwesterns back into operation. There. Right. Southern, you want 11. Great Westerns, you want 14. Somerset and Dorset, you want 10. And we'll just go change that in a second. That's all going to config. Yep. That doesn't like anything because I've removed all of the buildings. Road. Road. Oh. Road. Buildings. Bus stops. Bus stops. That's the bus route back in. Could not connect all stations. Oh, because I've not got the track back in. That's why. Excellent. Right. So, Linetti and then Didcot and Oxford don't have a road together anymore, but that's fine because that wasn't intentional. And then that, I'm going to connect this road up, and then we're going to end the video because this is meant to be a quick one because I've got other things I have to get done today. Whew. There we go. Cool. And we'll finish off that junction at a later point. In fact, I will do that later. Let's do that later.
Later.
And welcome back. Sorry, I had to take a short pause whilst I was doing some external... where were we? we were finishing up with Reading and just sorting out the standard track. I should probably finish off the standard tracks, because otherwise I will forget. Now, I also want to have a look at the passenger buildings, because I'm curious on, because I can't build any more platforms in that direction. Can I? I can build platform buildings. Ooh, what have I got? Dorchester West, Weymouth, Wool, Petersfield, Clacton, Salisbury, Deadwood. Trying to think of what I can probably put there. I mean, the obvious is put some of the Great Western buildings on the end. A bit like that. A bit like that. A bit like that. We don't really need anything more than that, that's the thing. Get some lovely overhead canopies. Alright, let's see. Let's get these in and then we'll start connecting up the junction. Excellent. Right. This junction. As I stated, it's got to be 75 leaving. It's got to be 75 leaving in relatively a straight line. Let's do the same on this side. They're all leaving practically in the same direction, so that's more or less it. So if anything, just keep going. Just keep going. Till about here. And that's when this is when the track should change. That one's there. That one there. fact, what we're going to do is we're going to swing that one already on that way. And bring just bring that one around to here, to there, and then 75 of that to there. Then you're going to do that, bring that down to here, where you're going to do that as that. Excellent. 125 going that way, and then you're going to bring that to there, and I'm going to bring that 125 back this way. Mainly because I've got to connect up the junction here as well, so there we go. That then connects up that junction there. Right, let's get this is going to be like the weirdest fucking junction I've ever completed. And then just connect up the lines here. There we go. Did cart is now connected. Right. Let's get signals in, because at this point we are now ready for trains. So signal, 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 signal. I'm just going to one way the other side, which is there, there, and then auto sig, there, there. Oh, I've put them every 100 meter. I didn't want to do that, did I? Probably not. Signal there. There we go. There and there. Get rid, because we don't need those or those. Every 400 meters we'll have a signal. Here. Here. Excellent. And then here. 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 And then signal stops there, thank you. Same again on the outbound, there and there. There we go. And then finally, signal, and then signal. Excellent. Right, so we want train and I want cross country, which is at the moment that one. You get to Reading, and then your next stop is going to instead be Didcot. Oxford. It's not Didcot because you don't stop at Didcot, but you do go straight to Oxford, then you go straight to Banbury, then you want to go the north, Banbury, Oxford, back to Reading, which is that one. There we go. It was having an argument with me because yes. Reading to Oxford, yeah, you want. Oh, you've already got the middle tracks. Yeah, you're already keeping to the fast lines, but we'll just tell you to do that on the way there and back anyway. So yeah, keep to the fast line, keep to the fast line. Boom. Now, what I could do is I could put in a platform on this, or a track on this side of Reading, and say here, 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 and here. And here, have that connect up onto the slow lines, which if anything, we'll just do yoink, and then do you to there, and then you over to there, and then that can be a branch line service. Well, not branch, but stopping between Reading and Banbury. Because I'm pretty sure that exists. There will be some form of like a stopping service between between those ones. I shouldn't imagine that there isn't a thing like that. But we are going to do signal, 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 signal to stop them, to stop that side and that side. Cool, right. Let's see how many people now start flooding. I mean, where is the closest Somerset and Dorset? Oh, would you look at that? It's an 8. A 7 now. Whoops. Right, I should probably make sure Reading utilize 10 or 12. Don't use 14, just use 10 or 12 in both directions. And then the Great Western can use, it will primarily use 14. If anything, you can utilize 10 or 12 if you need to. Which it shouldn't do. It should typically just stick to one I think it needs. The real question is it going to be large enough for at least a 2 double set Voyager eventually? That's my one and only question. Back over to Reading to watch the 7F stop. I want to point out that Basingstoke is now completely surrounded, which is more or less exactly right for it in the real life. How many people are getting off here? 118 on board originally. Okay, so a good lot. And only 81. So Basingstoke is so busy. It's going to be less busier now now the Somerset and Dorsets are going further. I've definitely lessened the amount of issues, that's for certain. I think is Southampton still struggling? No, Southampton is not struggling. Not as much as it was. It used to be. It used to be struggling horrendously. It's a lot better than I thought it was. Brockenhurst. Nothing there. Bournemouth. Bournemouth is completely fine. Yeah. No. Honestly, I thought it would be a lot worse, but it's not. People are already waiting for the, Yeah, they are. 12, you want on the return service. Say. Yeah, we'll do 12 for the return service so people can decide whether they want to be on that, if they're going to be on that platform, which I think is fair. Now, a lot of eagle-eyed people are going to be like, but why is there an airport? Don't worry, I've already put in Heathrow. So Heathrow now does exist. Probably in a lot more bigger fashion than it should have, especially for the time of year. And we've also got London Transport panniers, because I thought, you know what, why not? Especially on Romford to London Heathrow line. The planes are very much active, and they are transporting. Another mod that I've got is called Wayport, where I basically have planes that ferry out people to and from the external parts of the map. So that's fun. That's always fun. It's always fun. Just had to make sure my actual game sound was recording, which it is. It's always good. I wasn't 100% sure. I know I'd been having issues recently with it again. Waiting for a free pass. Signal there. Signal there. And we're going to put gate. Oh, that car was very close to getting hit by a train. Right, whilst we wait, let's see. Hasn't got anybody waiting at the moment. Oxford, we've got people walking towards. We've got people walking towards the trains at Oxford. That's always good to see. Banbury, is that the same? Banbury, not the same. What we're going to do is at the north, we're just going to put a town in here, and we're just going to call it the North. North Portal 1. That way we actually have passengers coming to and from, and we're actually going to turn its needs off as well. So turn that turn off its needs. There we go. That should start getting people to come over. Okay. be fair, that actually covers the majority of the town. So people should now start being wanting to travel. There we go. So, where we at? Well, good question. If anything, I need to get bus loops started up in Oxford and Banbury to start transporting people around the town. So that might be a little thing that I do. I could also do the Oxford to could do the Oxford Tube as well, because we do get that livery. So that might be something I could do. I might research that for a later thing. Just some smoothing on the edges. There we go. So we've got one of our first trains arriving into Reading. Excellent. At Reading, 11 people have gotten on board for its service onwards to Oxford. There we go, turning around, Oxford next stop. And with the departing service onward, heading off towards Banbury, I think it might be time that I end off this video. I'm gonna, I'll head over. We'll probably get a screenshot here, I think. And get some hiccups there also, apparently. Excellent, there we go, that'll do. Boom, and also another one like that. Boom, a bit like that. Also, well, that's all we have time for today. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, keep in touch, because the more you see on this channel, the better. This was the South Coast playthrough, and I bid you all farewell. Cheers, guys. See ya. Bye-bye.